Hey folks, welcome back to Run to the Movies. I hope you're having a fantastic day and thank you so much for spending this part of it with us.
My name's Hannah. I am a graduate student in philosophy, and I don't know a ton about mainstream movies or very canonical and common things in the cultural imaginary. This is one of them that I'm completely unfamiliar with. I don't really know any of the context or background to it. So I'm looking forward to getting to know what's going on there and seeing what I think about it.
I asked you folks in a YouTube poll whether you wanted me to do a Christmas in July movie, and it was an overwhelming yes. So I can't think of any other movie to do because, in my humble opinion, Die Hard is the end all and be all of Christmas movies. So I am really, really excited to introduce Hannah to it. So are you ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. So you said you're completely unaware of the debate of whether this is a Christmas movie or not.
Yeah. When was this released?
1987.
Oh, sweet.
88. 1988.
Okay, cool.
You want to know the secret to surviving aircraft? You walk around on the rug barefoot and make fists with your toes. Yes, sir. Better than a shower and a hot cup of coffee.
Should be like, this guy's insane.
I like that title card intro like that.
Very 80s.
Yes. I love the aesthetics of the 80s. And smoking a cigarette in the airport also. A bygone era.
Hey, Holly. What about dinner tonight, huh?
Harry, it's Christmas Eve. Families, stockings, chestnuts.
Actually, I was thinking more of a roaring fireplace. You know what I'm saying?
The resident office creep.
Did Mr. McLean call? It might be a good idea to make up a spare bedroom just in case.
Uh-oh.
Argyle. I'm your limo driver.
She had a good job, turned into a great career.
That meant she had to move here. You thought she wasn't gonna make it out here, and she come crawling up back to you.
Like I said, you're very fast, Argyle.
The high
Like I said.
technology, yeah.
You got any Christmas music?
Yes, Christmas music.
I'm not a fan of Christmas music.
I think if you weren't forcibly exposed to it for like months every year, it would be different.
Yeah. Forced joy.
Yeah.
Forcing you to be cheerful. I just don't like it.
Your lady sees you, you run into each other's arms, the music comes up, and you live happily ever after, right?
Don't you own my headphones?
I'm gonna pull in the parking garage and I'll wait.
You're all right, Argyle.
I wonder if there are real people named Argyle.
There's a character in the new season of Stranger Things named Argyle.
I'm here to see Holly McLean. Just type it in there. Cute toy. You have to take a leak, it'll even help you find your signature.
Oh.
They're the only ones left in the building. Take the express elevator.
So if they're the only people in the building, why don't you just direct him to the party to begin with versus making him play with the touchscreen?
You'll figure it out.
It's for us to show us that she took her maiden name.
It's a lavish office.
Mm-hmm.
Merry Christmas! California.
That's not fucking California. Oh, I said a bad word. That's someone being really drunk.
Holly went to the vault room to fetch some documents. Her office is right back here.
So they could have used that, seeing the door.
Yeah.
You see the guy doing
Yep.
cocaine.
As one does in a fancy 80s office.
John,
Show them the watch.
later.
It's just a small token of appreciation for all our hard work. It's a Rolex.
We never finished this conversation in July.
I had
Yeah,
to take it.
right. Think you have a clue as to what my idea of our
I know
marriage should be?
exactly what your idea of our marriage should be. Mr. Takagi is looking for you. Speech time.
She's all upset and she's gonna have to make the speech anyway.
Yeah, being able to hold it together. Give a cheery Christmas speech while in the middle of an argument.
In the movies, tires always screech when people make turns.
Yeah, they do. That doesn't happen very often.
In real life, no.
No.
And if it does, you're doing something very wrong.
Yeah.
2 points.
His desk setup with all the buttons and lights and stuff.
Like a space shuttle control center.
Yeah, the whole like retro futurism thing is so. I love how that looks. What
Back
people
then,
thought.
that would have been like normal.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure when this was released, people were like, "That's why you don't automate everything or make everything computerized."
They're not wrong.
They're not wrong. Oh, yeah, there he's doing his little practice there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Bearded Alan Rickman is a sight I never thought I would see.
This movie made him a star.
Huh.
Where is Mr. Takagi?
I am Takagi. It's a pleasure to meet you. You broke in here to access our computer? I'm really not interested in your computer. I am interested in the $640 million in negotiable bearer bonds that you have locked in your vault. Want money? What kind of terrorist? Who said we were terrorists?
Someone must have had a great time building that model set for the movie.
I'm sure.
I would want that job.
I'm going to count to 3. There will not be a 4. Give me the code.
I don't think there's an actor who has his charisma.
Yeah.
He could be reciting a soup recipe and it would be amazing.
Yeah, he has a very like slow and calculated way with his voice.
Mm-hmm.
I think that at some point Bruce Willis is going to jump out and try to save the day. A very heroic, I don't know, this typical like archetype in 80s movies where there's like some imminent danger and some man who is the protagonist, he's going to jump out and do something. But I'm not exactly sure how he's going to stop this heist.
Argyle, tell me you heard the shots. You're calling the police right
Oh,
now.
he's jamming in there.
Sweetheart, if I ever lied to you.
That guy, almost every action movie has from the 80s has him as a bad guy. He was like typecast as so he's always that the bad guy with the machine gun who gets shot in like literally hundreds of movies.
Yeah, I'm interested in that like phenomenon. There's a lot of like consistency with some actors where they get like typecast always as the same thing, and it makes me wonder like if there's something about like certain faces that make us feel a certain way, or if it's just like the way they act makes them like.
Why the fuck didn't you stop him, John? Because then you'd be dead too, asshole.
Call 911. Give them the guard's name, the building code number, and cancel the alarm. Then disable the system.
Oh, baby, come to Papa. Come on.
Oh, he thinks that's gonna work.
Oh, you stupid. No, no!
You gotta take matters into your own hands.
The fire has been called off, my friend. I promise I won't hurt you.
Right.
Drop it, dickhead. It's the police.
Yeah, good old-fashioned 80s movie Brawl. It's not just, he throws his gun and done with that. It has to be, bare fists for a real fight.
They don't just magically know kung fu like in a modern movie.
Now take his big gun. He's got the Santa hat, hopefully. Something, to make it a Christmas movie.
I don't want to spoil it for you.
No, definitely don't.
I wanted this to be professional, efficient, adult, cooperative. Not a lot to ask. Alas, your Mr. Takagi did not see it that way, so he won't be joining us for the rest of his life. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Very nice.
Could anyone have said ho, ho, ho in such a way?
Oh, definitely
Alan
not.
Rickman.
Very pensive and dramatic. There's something extremely disorienting about the inside of an elevator.
The elevator shaft?
Yeah. I guess not the inside of an elevator, but yeah, the elevator shaft. It seems like a spooky place. I guess that's why it ends up in movie scenes a lot. So which way's up, which way's down, you could fall at any moment. Moving mechanical parts.
Everyone has the fear of elevators.
Yes.
Something's wrong. John.
Oh, Christ. What does he think he's doing? Well, that we still have a chance we might be able to get out of here.
Tell that to Takagi.
I have a feeling he's gonna win her back over by saving the day.
Mayday, mayday. Terrorists have seized the Nakatomi building and are holding at least 30 people hostage.
This channel is reserved for emergency calls only.
Oh, shit, lady, do I sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
I don't know how it was then, but I know if you, like, call for anything like that, it's taken quite seriously. Even if you're like, no, it was an accident, and it genuinely is. I accidentally set off an alarm at work once. And the cops came, and we had to deal with the situation. I was very embarrassed.
I'll have to report this as an FCC violation.
Fine, report me, come the down here and arrest me. Just send the police now.
Lady, you hear gunshots.
Yeah. He's not just going pew pew into the phone or the whatever walkie-talkie thing.
It's hot. How many calories do you think that is? I haven't had one in so long I don't remember.
Yeah, I've only tried one time just to try it.
It gave me the skeevies. That's the the best explanation I would have.
I know what you mean. There's like a physical reaction sometimes when something is too sweet.
Yes, exactly. Like
a jittery kind of like your body doesn't like it. I feel like in my throat kind of. I get this like kind of like it doesn't want it. It's like no.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Ooh. That's a long way down.
Yeah.
I don't think the rifle was designed for that.
No.
I can stall them, but not if they hear gunshots. If you lock him in, he'll be neutralized.
Oh, they're taking it into their own hands now.
Well, he killed that guy's brother.
Yeah. They gotta avenge his death. Yep. Not gonna hold you for long, man.
Did you see the drama going on over here? Hey, why are you biting me?
He's just jealous. He wants to be part of the attention.
You can go around the other side. You can come around the other side.
Come out to the coast. We get together. Have a few laughs.
Have you seen memes with it before? With him in the shaft?
I don't think so.
They make Christmas decorations of that him in the shaft.
I'm sure I've seen it, but it just never clicked. And now I'm gonna have that like effect where you feel like you see something everywhere. It's close.
It's about time.
No signs of disturbance, dispatch.
See, it's interesting because I feel like a lot of movies, especially in like the 80s era, are kind of like, I don't want to say propaganda, but like in a way they like have this like underlying narrative where like the good guy saves the day, and a lot of times that's like associated with the police or something. But this is kind of like subversive. It's like they're inept. It makes me wonder like
Evening, officer. What can I
about
do?
the progression of this. If Bruce Willis will decide to leave behind his career, And realizing that, he's a vigilante at heart. He doesn't want to be an arm of the state anymore.
I guess you haven't have to watch the sequels.
We'll see. Oh, there's a
There
sequel.
are 5, I think.
Well, my guess is he does not rejoin the police force if there are that many. Very nonchalant, know.
Well,
and they definitely heard gunshots, though.
Yeah, but this is this is on a 20-something's floor. He's not gonna hear that. In the lobby.
No, but I mean on the
radio,
call, yeah.
She may have thought it was fireworks or something.
True, yeah.
Next time you have a chance to kill someone, don't hesitate.
Thanks for the advice.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you.
And he sees him leave again.
It's frightful. Delight. For the love. Let it snow.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
There's phrases like this that part of the fun of watching movies from the 80s especially is there's a lot of things that have just like been infused in like slang and like colloquial language that originate in movies like this.
But now you know where it came from.
And you think it's just like, oh, people just say this, but there's a reason. Yeah, so that's one of those.
The person who radioed for help can hear me at this channel.
I read you, pal.
They got missiles and enough plastic explosives to orbit Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Powell, has it occurred to you he could be one of the terrorists pulling your chain?
I don't think so, sir. I think he's a cop.
How do you know that?
Things he said, like being able to spot a phony ID.
Jesus Christ, Powell! Give me a fucking bartender for all we know.
Tonight, Los Angeles has joined the sad and worldwide fraternity of cities whose only membership requirement is to suffer the anguish of international terrorism.
The fraternity of international terrorism.
What do you think is going to happen to Argyle?
I think he's gonna just be this like source of comedic relief throughout, where he's doing something and somehow remains unaffected for the most part by the events going on around him. But we'll see. They came prepared with all their ammo.
Oh my god, the quarterback is toast!
It's a long way down.
Yeah. Big explosion for a little bit of C4.
Yeah.
This movie came out when I was like, I don't remember how old I was, but I was in single digits. And that scene of him throwing the thing was in a trailer. And I remember thinking it was the greatest thing I have ever seen.
Oh, yeah. Did it show the explosion and everything?
They didn't throw, like, they showed him pushing the computer down the thing and then exploding and like him going, oh shit, and like jumping back.
Tell me you got that.
I got it.
Hit your heart out, Shadow 5.
Building on fire?
No, but it's gonna need a paint job and a shipload of screen doors.
Is that him? I've got 100 people down here and they're covered with glass.
Who gives a shit about glass? Who the f*** is this?
This is Deputy Chief of Police, and I am in charge of this situation.
Come up here, then look like you're in charge of jack shit. I'm not the one who just got butt on national Wayne.
Hey, Roy, how you feeling?
Pretty fucking unappreciated.
Hey, look, I love you. So do a lot of the other guys.
Or, aside from being a vigilante in California, he might join their police force. That's another alternative I could imagine for the future.
What are you doing? I'm tired of sitting here.
I'm gonna do all of my cocaine while we wait.
Think I can handle this Euro trash?
Hey, frickin' see talk?
Hope I'm not interrupting. It's obvious you're not some dumb schmuck up here to snatch a few purses.
You're very pacific.
I figure you're here to negotiate, am I right?
You're amazing.
Hans, this asshole is not my friend.
How can you say that after all these years, huh?
He's not gonna be snorting coke anymore.
No. Good thing he was using it all up before he died. He's getting his last kicks in before it was over.
Just let the guy die, man. He just gave him up. Give me that headset.
If he gave himself up, they'd both be dead right now.
No way, man. No way.
No way.
Are you gonna stand there and tell me that he's gonna give a damn about what you do to him if he makes it out of there alive?
Yeah, they're just down there critiquing everything he's doing without contributing at all.
This scene is a representation of the current social media discourse. The people who have nothing to do with what's actually happening in the world talking like that to each other.
Yeah.
Are we on schedule?
This last one's gonna take a miracle.
It's Christmas, Theo.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Hostage terrorist hostage.
Well, Gail, by this time, the hostages should be going through the early stages of the Helsinki syndrome.
As in Helsinki's.
Finland.
How you doing?
Oh, please, God, no, you're one of them, aren't you?
Good acting, Hans.
I'm John McClane.
Clay. Bill Clay.
He knows what's up.
Mm-hmm.
He knows.
33. Stockwerk.
Mm-hmm.
Kommt. Sofort.
When the German phrase comes out, it's over.
It's pretty tricky with that accent. You gotta be on TV with that accent.
It's pretty impressive, too, because it didn't just sound like his regular, like, American speech or anything. Like, it was, as if he was German trying to sound like an American.
God, that man looks really... Only John can drive somebody that car.
I want you to do something for me. I want you to find my wife. I want you to tell her something. Tell her it took me a while to figure out what a jerk I've been.
Oh no, his regrets.
I should have been more supportive.
I was about to say that verbatim. Been more supportive.
I think another thing that made this movie work back in the day is that was the age of Arnold and Sly. And Bruce Willis looks like a regular guy. He doesn't have muscles on top of muscles. He just looks like a dude.
1 minute. That's all I'm asking. 1 minute just to speak.
No.
You let me in right now, or I call the INS. This is the last time these kids are gonna have to speak to their parents.
Don't manipulate her that way.
Come home.
Mrs. McClane, how nice to make your acquaintance.
I think in real life there are laws that prevent from news from doing something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Also, just like, what a gross thing to do. I don't know, going in someone's house, like, hey, your parents might die on Christmas Eve. Do you want to talk about it? Previously associated with, like, some comrades, and wasn't that, like...
He was a terrorist. The group said he's no longer with them.
Oh, he was a terrorist in West Germany. Oh, I thought he was affiliated with, like, using her as a hostage within the hostage situation he's already created. Hostage within a hostage.
Hostageception.
Yes.
Well, to them it looks like it's a terrorist shooting at hostages. Like that's.
Yeah.
Oh, John, what the f*** are you doing? Please don't let me die.
Oh, that's like hardly tied to. Oh. Wouldn't that just like incinerate the connection it has to like the base of the
Yes,
host?
of course.
Yeah, it's
Even if it didn't, there's no way that thing would withstand his weight.
Yeah.
It's a movie. You're supposed to enjoy it.
It has to happen. It has to work. Oh no. Oh, and the broken glass too. No, thank you. Oh gosh. Grab onto that window frame.
No more Johnson & Johnson. No relation.
No, they're gone.
I need some more FBI guys, I guess.
I love that elevator sound. It's been recurrent throughout this, and it's great.
Put down the gun. Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Happy trails, Hans.
He's got the death grip on her. Will not let go. Oh no.
I hope that's not a hostage.
So I'm sure in Christmas there's always a meme that says it's not Christmas until Hans Gruber throws off Nakatomi Plaza. Have you seen that before?
No.
I don't think I've ever gone through a Christmas without seeing somebody post that online.
I'm sure there's a ton of Christmas memes that can come from this.
Yes, a ton.
I say it's a Christmas movie. That's where I'm at so far. On Christmas Eve. Also, like, my aversion to Christmas music applies to like most things that are like holiday themed in general. It just feels so, I don't know, like
Contrived
and like a money grab and not genuine. And there's like genuine ways to appreciate and celebrate holidays without being like this forced kind of like imposition on you. So I like things that are like subtly associated with them, and like, you know, I'm sure he's gonna have a great Christmas because he's happy that he's alive. Whereas someone else is just like, oh, it's a Christmas movie, you know, here's my family. I don't know. It feels more genuine. So yeah. I will be on the side of it being a Christmas movie. The Christmas movie, I don't know how I feel about that because I haven't seen enough of them to really make a definitive opinion on that. But
I would like input from our viewers.
Yes.
Where you stand on this issue, whether this is a Christmas movie or not, and if it is, is it the Christmas movie like I think it is?
And if not, what is the Christmas movie?
Yes, what is the Christmas movie?
So that I can argue about why it's not.
My wife, Holly. How did you know?
Holly McClane.
Oh, she takes back the name. Who was our hero? Was it Al? Or was it the guy from the limo? Oh, see, now he has retribution for...
She's with me.
Now that it's all over after this incredible ordeal, what are your feelings?
This is their idea of Christmas. I gotta be here for New Year.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
Yeah, and that's a good, like, end scene as well with the traditional Christmas music as they drive away from the demolished office park. I think it's a Christmas movie just by virtue of the fact that it is contextualized in, like, the Christmas Eve, and it adds to, like, part of the, I don't know, part of the plot in a way. I mean, like, the urgency to get back to the children, the way that everyone acts. I mean, the fact that there's a Christmas party at all. It's kind of, like, crucial that it is happening during Christmas. I guess the lines of the debate just fall on, like, what does it mean for something to be a Christmas movie? Does it involve Christmas as part of its content, or does it incite Christmas joy? I think that's probably why I think it's a Christmas movie, because I don't like the latter interpretation. It's like inciting joy.
But this does incite joy. It worked out really well, and he got back with his wife.
True, yeah.
He realized he was a jerk, and he got back with his wife.
He apologized. Someone else, saved lives after ending one, and
and Johnson & Johnson are dead, so I'm not gonna mess up anybody else's project.
Yeah, I really liked it. It's part of, filling out the 80s canon for me. So I always enjoy movies of that era. So I thought it was great.
No, I think I personally am of an opinion that the 80s were the greatest decade as far as pop culture goes.
Oh, for music? Yeah, I think 80s music is amazing. It, there's so many subgenres that like splintered out in the 80s. I feel like it was so much creativity in that decade. And then, yeah, with movies as well, it seems to be the case. So I think I wasn't alive during that time, but I thought that was a great decade.
The one thing with a good movie is that nothing happens for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for example, in the beginning, like the asshole salesperson was talking about the Rolex, and then there's the callback when the Rolex at the end.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That is, we wouldn't have had that, like, specifically so that he can unzip that watch so he falls off the tower.
I agree. I think like a mark of a really good movie is something that doesn't have extraneous scenes. Like everything has its place.
If you show something, that something has to have a payoff later in the movie. Like, for example, an example of a bad movie that is recently I watched Army of the Dead. It got scenes where they show characters like this one character shows off this big, like they were gonna go kill a bunch of zombies. And this character shows off a chainsaw. So you expect later in the movie a scene where he kills zombies with a chainsaw, but they just never come back.
No, okay.
It's just wasted. So here you show the Rolex, and at the end of the movie you have the payoff where he dies because he unzips the Rolex.
Yeah.
And every little bit leads to something.
Yeah, right. Everything has its place.
What other Christmas movies should we watch? Maybe change my opinion. This is the Christmas movie. And change Hannah's opinions that Christmas movies are not that great of a thing. Let us know. Thank you so much for being here with us, and we hope you have an awesome day.